Okay, yeah, I can see that. I mean, I do know that the South Africans are also playing on European servers occasionally, but the ping is super high. It's close to, I think, 200,
Oh,
which, yeah, it's very, very noticeable. Brings me back to Dota 1 times where we had to play against Chinese teams on G Arena.
Garena,
On
yes.
yeah on Chinese servers. We also had like 200 ping. I was ridiculous. Even trying to time any sort of Kunka combos, you know, you're like miss everything.
I have a funny story about Kanka before we jump into this first map of the series. One of my friends, when he first started playing Dota, he was playing for like 5-6 months, and we thought he's just really bad at the game. Until one day when we went to visit him home, I don't know what settings he had enabled black. None of the effects of abilities were visible to him. So he wouldn't see when someone would cast Ghost Ship or Torrent on him or Sunstrike. For 5-6 months, he would just get damage out of nowhere, but he wouldn't see the ability actually connecting. And then we did notice that he was playing Spirit Breaker or Centaur a bit better, but that is because the abilities of those heroes, they're visible, right? The Centaur actually lifts his foot up, stomps, moves the blade. The Spirit Breaker, you can see he's going faster, whereas any other spell was invisible. It was incredible. I haven't seen that, again, bug or setting since, and I don't even know why that was a thing.
Yeah, it sounds like I don't know actually. Is it like a graphic card problem?
Probably, yeah.
Like they can't render or something? It must be, right? I've had it before, but yeah, not to that extent, and definitely not for that long.
As we are now getting into this first draft of the series, we will be looking at, it's gonna be South Africa with the overall last pick, and Namibia will have the luxury of getting first pick today. Let's see what heroes these two teams want to really contest about, as we've noticed and we discussed. What we've seen from some of the teams are staying not into the meta per se, but this Clockwork is very in the meta, and he will not see the day of light in this first map.
Yeah, goodbye, little robot junk.
5 seconds remaining.
What do you think about this innate ability?
The Clockwork innate ability you're asking about?
Yeah.
I think what's his innate ability? I'm thinking about the hook. I'm thinking about the claws.
0.3 damage, 0.3% damage per point of armor. It sounds so weak.
I don't think it's actually that good, because you don't really build attack speed for Clockwork, right? So if you would have a bit more attack speed,
I think it's
that would
all
make
damage.
sense.
It's not attack damage. It's like literally spell damage too.
Ah, really?
But then again, like 3 armor is less than 1%. Let's say a 30 armor is like 10%. You know, it's not that much.
I think it's one of those numbers that they added in there, and that could go like later on. They could be tweaking it, but despite it being like rather weak, at the same time, this hero has a crazy net worth. Not what net worth, a crazy win rate. As we get the hands of the first Witch Doctor from Namibia.
Again,
wow. They ran this
yesterday. They literally just zoned 2v1. But finally, we will see the Tiny, because yesterday it wasn't picked for some reason. Here it's busted. It's super strong. Although Witch Doctor is a pretty good hero against Tiny. That
does very well.
Yeah, it can be a big problem for him. And of course, going through the bans really quick. Dawnbreaker, Shadow Demon, Phoenix, and Dark Willow are banned by South Africa. And then we got Sand King, Clockwork, as we mentioned, and the Spirit Breaker by Namibia.
The Sand King ban, man. I don't know what to say. This hero was good for
every
a week.
Day.
Got nerfed into the ground again. Maybe the teams didn't read the patch. Are we playing on an old patch? Are we playing 7.3.6? That's why Sand King's being banned. He got nerfed. He got nerfed into the ground, bro. It's 41% win rate. It's just not playable at this current point. And the Ogre Magi will join him in the banned pool. Vengeful, slightly more justified, I would argue. But Ogre Sand King bans are very confusing to me.
I mean, for a Tiny carry, Ogre and Venge in particular are quite strong, because it's the percentage damage and Bloodlust.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ogre as a hero right now doesn't really seem to have a great place in Dota, like at all. It's so weird.
He feels very gimmicky. He
Yeah.
really feels gimmicky. He's like, oh, he's gonna get dumb block level 2, but if he doesn't really pressure you out of the lane or sending you back to base, it's kind of all gone out the window. And we have these offlaners that are so sustainable that Ogre can't really punish them as much as he would like to. So I'm with you on that one, but the Bloodlust Tiny would have been great.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're an Ogre player, I will never understand. As a core, yeah, I think core Ogre has potential to be really fun. As support Ogre, you're maxing Bloodlust level 7, you're just running around bloodlusting people. Bro, really? Like, at that point, you might as well just let your cat play.
10 seconds remaining.
What if you don't have a cat?
And you let your dog
5
play.
seconds remaining.
Let your little brother play. I don't know.
Radiant
Oh wow,
team
very forest based lineup from South Africa. Tiny.
Dude, Treant
and
is huge,
Treant.
man. Look at that guy.
He really is, especially next to Tiny, right? Treant is big, Tiny is, of course, tiny. And Treant is currently just a lane dominator. The overgrowth as the ultimate is still very, very good. But the reason people play it is because of the leech seed tree that you plant. And it's a bit of a heal on the lane, similar to what we'll get probably from the Witch Doctor, I assume.
Ooh, that's a good
Speaking
one.
about forests, Black, the Timber Saw is here
That
to
is-
cut it down.
Yeah, it's a great Timber pick. 2 strength heroes, 2 super high HP heroes. Yeah, this Timber makes a lot of sense. If this was Amar, I would say it's 1-0 already.
10
But
seconds
Amar
remaining.
is probably by quite a bit also the best Timber
5
Saw in the world. And
seconds
Patch,
remaining. Dire team pick.
Wow. Namibia's cooking. I like this coming up from them, and he deals very good with strength heroes, which Tiny and both Treants both are. You get caught into the ultimate from the Pudge, so you completely suffer. Timber, so like you said,
10 seconds
with the
remaining.
Whirling Death, is gonna cut through anything that is strength based. So South Africa might
5
actually need
seconds
to spend
remaining.
considerable more reserve time here if they want to come back into this draft with something that impresses us.
I like what Namibia is doing though. Like they're really throwing
Absolutely.
in a curveball with those heroes. It's kind of what you want to do, right? If you play against the favorites, make them feel a little bit stressed, a little more uncomfortable. Because as soon as there's a patch, we spoke about it a couple of times, the game isn't really the same anymore. You have to really respect his presence. Now,
It's gonna be
of course.
the Shadow Fiend and the Weaver for South Africa said, oh, you want to play counter for counter? We're going to ignore that completely and go straight into the meta with 2 of the strongest heroes, a Weaver including the most played. So, actually, Black, Weaver, Pudge, and Shadow Fiend, as we discussed at the beginning of the broadcast many hours ago now, they are the top 3 most played heroes in high-tier pubs.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. I mean, in SF and Weaver's case, rightfully so, Patch, people just kind of play it because it's fun. I mean, Patch is always going to be fun, right? I'm waiting for the day where they remove Hook. And as soon as they remove Hook, the hero will, like the play rate will go down to like 5%.
Removing Hook. Okay, please, Ice Frog, if you listen to Black here, don't do that. As also, by the way, Tiny is the 4th most picked hero, so we are getting a full lineup of heroes that are very much in contention over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's interesting that they didn't really get banned. Most of them. Well, all of them.
Yeah.
Weaver
No.
SF is super good, right? Like so much minus armor, very strong in lanes. Tiny already hits very hard if there's a bunch of minus armor on you. Why not just finish the draft with Avenge would have been perfect, but the hero's out, obviously. I know there isn't really any great other minus armor here in the game that would really do a whole lot. Slaughter? Why not?
It's very good, Slaughter. I wouldn't hate that, but Namibia will respond by picking the Lina.
Yeah, we've seen it the other time. Shadow Fiend against Lina.
Wasn't that the
Lina
game that finished in minute 12? Yeah.
Yeah, Lina got destroyed hard. I don't think it's actually that one-sided. I think Lina can hold her own.
I'm a bit concerned.
I
I
don't
think
really like Lina as a hero. It's weird against Tiny because you're quite squishy and Tiny loves bursting heroes.
10 seconds.
We'll
remaining.
see how it goes. You can build Lina as a somewhat tanky core as well, of
5
course.
seconds. remaining.
Unless it's a support tiny.
Could be, but that would mean it's a core weaver, which can work.
Don't you think Core Weaver is better versus Timbersaw?
Dire team ban.
Yes, it is. It is. But
Radiant
then they need to
team
pick an
ban.
offlane that goes well with Tiny, which, I mean,
Slaughter?
there's a lot of them.
You said Slaughter. Slaughter Tiny is the classic combo toss into Slithering Crush, right?
Slaughter can work, yeah. It's just Tiny as a hero
Radiant team
right now, he's a decent support, but his carry abilities are just insane.
Yeah. No, that is a fair point. We'll have to wait and see what South Africa will decide, as they will have the luxury of seeing Namibia reveal their final 5th pick. And if they want to counter it, they've got more than 1 minute reserve time to do so. As
What's the carry gonna be?
5 seconds.
I would
remaining.
love a Medusa here. I think Medusa would be absolutely fantastic.
into the Weaver though, Weaver that gets like the mana break at level 15 talent tree.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not that bad because as Weaver you can't really hit the Medusa that much. Stone Gaze, and then your mobility is kind of gone because you have to run away. Shadow Fiend hates playing against Dusa. Tiny can't do much against Dusa. Ursa again. Like,
Dire
and we
team
have not seen a single Medusa in this region, which is very interesting.
I think here was a bit risky, I'll be honest, Black, because Medusa could have been countered by last week
Enigma.
anti-mage.
Well, good luck now.
choose
Just saying, if you had a
Wow.
Medusa there, that wouldn't be a problem. We have seen this the last time. Ursa was the Enigma. And it was awful for the Ursa. And now we have a tiny Enigma lane, which is insanely strong. Super strong. And then you have a Weaver Treant lane. Incredible lane as well. And then SF mid. Like, they might as well as win 3 out of 3 lanes. I told you before, if that happens in Dota, there isn't much Dota to be played.
I'm just thinking, is Kaiser the position 1 for South Africa?
Yeah. Grove is the support. He's a +4 player.
Okay. So Weaver will actually should have a good time versus the Timbersaw on the lane. With that being said, if the Weaver does overstep and gets caught by a hook into a Timbersaw, you know, there could be stuff happening. That's a bit confusing. And I believe the other day we had a phenomenal push performance, especially in early portions of a map. So I would say that I agree with you on the most part. South Africa just has the easier heroes to execute, right? You blink, you black hole, you pop the Requiem, and you just get right-clicked from the Shadow Fiend and the Weaver. Whereas Namibia, needing to land a hook, needing to combine the Timbersaw plus the Lina to get on top of your opponents, getting out, baiting out the spells, and then turning around. South Africa is definitely drafted to make their lives easier, but that's not to say that Namibia couldn't just come in and completely out execute their opponents.
Yeah, but they will have to do so early because right now the lanes look very much in South Africa's favor.
Yeah.
Enigma's just a hard counter to Ursa. Always will be. There's literally nothing you can do. You can enrage, jump in, you're still gonna get black hold every time. I don't like the way they finished off the draft. Up until the patch, I was really happy with the draft, but the last 2 picks were kind of they're okay, you know. You can win the game, but they didn't make life easy for themselves.
It will have to be a performance that will remain, well, that will make their name stand out in the South African region for a long time. As we see the rosters, we got Blitz on the Ursa, Live Fight on the Witch Doctor, Dr. OG on the Lina, Asuna on the Pudge, and finally, last but not least, it will be Pora on the Timbersaw. Whereas for the Dire side, Black, we've got Grove on the support position for Tiny, Kaiser on the Carry Weaver, Cuckoo, position 5 Treant Protector, Adastam, Shadowfiend mid, and last but not least, the best piece in the puzzle, potentially, Soup on the offlane Enigma.
Let's see what they can do. This lineup is very scary. Can snowball easily.
30 seconds.
And as we already said many times, their lanes are so insanely strong. They might literally just win every lane, like at minute 2 or 3 already. Very scary.
Sensing a pattern here.
Is there a chance that Lina takes this Shadowfiend by surprise and kills him?
Level 1 skirmish here. Avalanche, maybe? No. Oh, nice hook dodge.
First race connecting. And yeah, no, nothing else will be that impressive taking place here. FICO damage. Ooh, nice hook early on, trying to connect to the Weaver. Well, not trying, successfully connecting to the Weaver as there's no other stuns for the Pudge, right? So until this Timbersaw gets level 3 or 5 to completely burst out, the Weaver is not going to do much, but he gets another hook shot on to another hook shot onto the Treant Protector, which was pretty much on point. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, you're not missing too much of the action as we're dealing a little bit with what are we dealing with, Black? We're dealing with your beautiful face, and I know what we can do. We can cast the game off of the reflection of your glasses. Let's go. Come closer. I'll be doing the best play-by-play there is. Oh, what a first blood! Exceptional. If you can't see, guys, that means you need to get your eyes checked. I'm just casting this off of Black's glasses. Definitely not the in-game feed where. The Enigma got the first blood, but now the Pudge connecting with a hookshot in mid, and the Shadow Fiend has fallen. We were talking about this top lane, but in the end it was mid where the rotation came in from the Pudge early on to connect this kill. And Black, I believe this is what I like to call a radio cast.
A radio cast indeed, but you know, the successful the successful kill in the mid lane required a Pudge TP. And now, you got the Timbersaw, who died. We all know Timbersaw. If you die early, you don't have that much of a lane presence anymore. Suddenly, your early game is ruined. And Timbersaw needs a very strong early game.
But at the same time, you gotta say, you know, the Lina and the Pudge killing the Shadow Fiend mid. This Lina is level 3 to the Shadow Fiend's 3, but the Souls will be under full wave of creeps ahead for Dr. OG. And you mentioned him. He was one of the good lane dominators yesterday, just not quite managing to do better in the mid to late game. So hopefully now with a good start, he will scale the correct way. As in bottom, Bleetzy on his Ursa is putting a lot of pressure on Grove's position for Tiny. Grove almost escaping with a South, but in the end will fall to yet another Fury Swipe. And Bleetzy is diving the tier 1 with the help of a bounce cast from the Witch Doctor for a double kill, falling in the end to the damage of the tower. And I would like to ask everybody at home, use your imagination to follow my and Black's voices to understand exactly the action that's happening on the server.
That's right. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now that Timbersaw is probably the saddest Timbersaw I've seen in a long time. Sitting at 8 CS, already 1 death, getting completely pressured out of the lane. Weaver not making things easy for him. Bot lane, yeah, as you just said, double kill for the Ursa. Not really what you expect, honestly, especially because Enigma actually canceled her own TP.
Wow.
It's not back in lane just yet. Well, Blitz jumping into the tower again. This is so funny. And down he goes. Down goes the Witch Doctor as well. Double kill for Soup.
Oh man, and you said this Enigma dominates the Ursa, but 3 kills, a minute 4, and 1 assist as well. Yes, he did die once, but now he's rushing this Vladimir's offering, and he will have it, I believe, pre-minute 7, unless you can get a couple of kills on top of her, as she only needs the Morbid Mask to complete it. And last hits up top are a complete abomination. We talked about the Weaver and now also diving Pora. 25 last hits, 10 denies for Kaiser to the 9-10 now for the Timbersaw. And you mentioned this, Timbersaw should be the one dominating a lane, but when you're running it into a Weaver, that is basically impossible.
Yeah, Weaver is a very scary hero, especially together with the Treant. Even if you hook the Weaver, which successfully connected again, mid lane, Lina is getting dove. Should be an easy kill. Ooh, I say that, but SF is also dropping very low. Gets no help though.
Adamstam doing very well, and now managing to take control. But look at FICO damage. Kaiser punishing Pora for overstepping. Now FICO damage going mid to steal some of that XP while the Lina is TP'd back to base. And level 6 on the Shadow Fiend will be, I would say, outmatched when it comes to the laning department, as predicted by you.
Yeah. I mean, it also just shows the prowess of South Africa. This game is very reminiscent of what we saw with Egypt, right? When they had the SF as well. They're absolutely owning the lanes. Might even be snowballing into the mid game. Almost up 3k gold already in 6 minutes.
Look at this
action.
action.
Be careful. Oh, he actually landed back on the low ground. Not where he wanted to be. At the same time, Witch Doctor is also going down. Oh, yeah. Early game is a disaster.
10 and 3, and Lelina now gets avalanche tossed into Adastam, doesn't even use the Requiem. A couple of raises and right clicks will do the job. Grove gets hooked under the tower, but this is a very tiny hasted on the Shadow Fiend. And I'm going to be switching up to the network to see the disparity already at minute 6. 4k gold lead, win rate probability 86% in the favor of the dire side already, Black.
Yeah, I mean, Enigma level 6. Ursa barely reached level 4. Witch Doctor getting tossed back in again. And you're dead. They still have the black hole for the Ursa. Yup.
This is
and
nuts.
You're dead.
Double kill. This soup is 6-1-2, but Lina's here. She does not have the Laguna Blade, and now she's gonna get slowed down by the. Oh my goodness! Another kill for Soup. The Lina really wanted to get something there, but minute 7, she will fall.
Yeah, and as you mentioned before, the Vlad is already online. Easy tower push. Wow. SF killed the Patch. Kaiser solo killed the Timber. Yeah, it's just a rampage going on in every lane.
16-3 Black, and you know what I think this is? I believe South Africa was watching our pregame analysis and they heard you ask me if I think they're up to par to Egypt, and I said I kind of doubt it. I still think that I said that Egypt is the potentially better team of the entire continent as a nation, and they said, oh yeah, we're going to show you that whatever Egypt can do, we can do it faster, and they're going to speedrun this game number 1. As look at Pora, level 4, minute 8. It is a completely non-existent Timber, so he has no game right now.
Yeah, it's the same with the Ursa. Same level, same farm as well. It's tough. How do you recover from here? You needed to win your lanes because your heroes are supposed to win the lanes, right? If you're this far behind already, like, where's your comeback avenue? I'm looking. I'm not too sure if I can find one.
It's a hook shot. The meat hook, sorry, into Fountain as they try to get a Laguna Blade, and the hook.
Nice.
Kaiser does not pop the time lapse. I actually believe it was in cooldown from a previous attempt at going on the Timber. So 5 kill streak going in the favor of the Radiant. That's a huge goal swing. 1,000 gold. First thing really going in the favor of Radiant for all. Well, Namibia. As I say that, look at this Treant Protector, does not give a damn. Grove under the tower, Avalanche. FICO damage comes in, but this is a perfect setup for Soup to come in and get a couple more kills with Eidolons, as Enigma is... Look at this network, Black. How does Enigma have 1,000 gold ahead of the Weaver and the Shadow Fiend, who also dominated their own lanes?
Well, he's getting complete free farm, right? And he's 9 kills to his name already in 9 minutes. It's a kill per minute. Very funny. Last time I've seen it, it's been quite a while. Man, Tiny is level 6 already as well. Whereas the other supports are not even 5 yet.
Grove
We have a
doesn't
hook
care.
potential here.
He's going deep. Spots Dr. OG, Avalanche comes, toss on top of Soup, and it's gonna be the Eidolons yet again getting the work done. Light Strike Array connecting onto 2, but will not keep you alive, as this is gonna be a godlike spree. 10-1-1 for the enigmatic offlaner.
Yep, and Ursa being chased by the Shadow Fiend as well. Easy ults, Requiem. Good night.
Aura up top, dying to the Swarm from Kaiser. Outfarmed by the Tiny. Nice hookshot attempt, a meat hook attempt from FICO damage, but doesn't connect onto any target this time around. As Black, I think the morale of the tournament thus far should be pick Shadow Fiend, win in 12 minutes.
Well, I told you. It's a pretty decent hero.
Okay, they're trying to go for something up top. 4 players TP. They're getting the ultimate onto the Weaver. Can you get one more? But the time lapse comes in. The cast lands a bit too late. 2 more right clicks will do the job. But Kaiser is running away and he's back to safety. The avalanche toss in the backline and the Timber Saw does fall. Blitzy on the Ursa doesn't have level 6 and the Blink Black Hole onto 2 right clicks, left, right, and the 4th will fall. Double kill for Kaiser, who both survives and gets the gold influx from slaying his opponents.
Was that a 12k lead in 10 minutes? Youch.
I don't think I've ever seen a Tranquil Vlad's Blink Dagger Enigma at minute 10.
Yeah, same. But I'm very, very positively surprised that we don't see the Orchid, because it was absolutely game winning the other day.
Tier 2 will follow suit as well. The Fortify was already used, but the bright side is now you will get another Fortify for the next tower defense. We really need to get our level 6 on the Witch Doctor and the Ursa especially. Not even... My goodness, she really needs the Enrage Black. She does have the Orb of Corrosion in the Claymore at least. But, wait, Blitzy doesn't have any boots.
Yeah, no shoes for him. Hutch being jumped on as well. Easy avalanche. Good night to you as well. I mean, they're all sitting in base, so it's pretty much all they can do.
Do you think Enigma is a good counter to Witch Doctor? Because the Paralyzing Cask just doesn't hit targets, just focuses on the Eidolons?
Yeah, summon heroes in general are very good against Witch Doctor, I'd say. Also, Malefice makes it very annoying to actually use your Death Ward. Are they planning to go high ground already? Nah, surely not, right?
It's the matchup of Malefice versus Maledict. Look at the blink. Soup doesn't care. He doesn't have Black Hole. Jumps in with the Malefice. Tick is gonna die yet again, but look at the turnaround. We have an attempt here. Timbersaw jumping in with a bit of damage, but Cuckoo with the overgrowth, and he will fall in the end. 27-5, but is gonna have to die for his sins as the Timbersaw chops down a tree, and Mother Nature, as Tiny, comes back to bite it.
And they're going high ground.
Blinking for more ahead, getting the Ursa. Tries to turn around, has the Enrage, and the toss, Avalanche raises, and Kaiser, with the Maelstrom proc, gets another kill. 29-5, minute 12.
Yep, and tier 3 tower gone at minute 13. That's probably the fastest I've seen this tournament. Ooh, creep wave spawned, ruining the toss back.
Okay, the Tiny's low in HP. Can we get something? Can we get a connection? Maybe. We really need to get on top of it. Maybe the Dismember on top of the hook, but no. Hookshot misses. Timber chain forward and now tossed in the air. Back to the creeps in the wave. Swarm. Kaiser is a bit upset. Why did you throw him away? I want to kill him. Look at Adestam joining in. Final race to secure the kill. It was actually Kaiser getting it with the final Germinate attack. 17,000 net worth lead Black, and we are looking at a 100% win rate probability according to Dota Buff. Dota Plus. 100%.
It's a rarity. Usually it's like 1%. But yeah, 100%. It sounds about right though. There isn't really a whole lot. Like, what can they do at this point? They don't have levels, they don't have items. Ooh, hook on the SF.
Nice connection. And now the Dismember, but the toss save still mid-Dismember. The Twisted Chakram coming in, dealing some damage, killing the Eidolons, but look at him, they're jumping in. Kaiser doesn't care. The Swarm is tanking the hits from the tier 4 towers. He's gonna have a full Gleipnir flying to him on top of the Falcon Blade and the Threads, and look at the Shadow Fiend going ahead and Requiem of Souls to secure a triple kill for his carry. Another kill. Fallen Pora up north of the mid racks, and 14 minutes full set of racks collected by the South African Giants.
Yeah, now going to the next side. They have another glyph available at this point, but yeah, you know what they say, right? Like, knowing when a battle is lost is just as important as knowing when to keep fighting. Because this can't be good for your, mentality, surely. getting mauled like this.
I don't want to even bring up the network disparity, as the Treant Protector is the only one not overtaking the Lina and the rest of the Radiant squad. Hookshot was a good attempt. If the creep would have died earlier, could have had a connection. Gleipnir, Swarm, right clicks, and the Witch Doctor falls yet again. Avalanche toss into 5 players. The Raze will do it. It's going to be the double kill for Adestam. And Soup jumping in with another black hole. Adam wants to get the last. It's going to be a triple for him, and the Overgrowth to secure the ultra kill. The Lina
Rampage
with the Laguna Blade. Really wants to kill and will slay Soup. Now the after buying some time, but it's gonna be not enough as Kaiser steals the Rampage, getting a godlike streak for himself.
Oh man. That's the kind of thing where you really, you know, that's a disband moment right there. Goodbye, Kaiser, you're out of the team.
Yeah. Smoked up. 10 seconds no lead up, but they really want to go. This is now or never. They have used their fortified bleeds. He doesn't pop the enraging time and dies to a final right click from Adestam. The advantage is, well, the bright side is you're so far behind. You're going to be back in 20 seconds as a hook shot clears one of the creeps. Dr. OG with a connection of the Lifestrike Array, some damage long range onto Grow, but Adestam just forward with the Bling Dagger, completely fearless though. Shadowfiend does not have an Aegis. Can we get on top of him? They're trying to get in. Timber Chain to get the one. Can we get even more as Cuckoo is the next one to fall? And Kaiser, are you overcommitted? Beautiful hook shot. Dismember into the tier 4s and the damage coming in from the Ursa. South Africa, what are you doing right now? You need to drum away. Can you get out of this predicament? Avalanche toss onto 2. The damage kills the first one. And triple kill. This Soup is turning up into, well, I guess they're turning into Soup themselves.
Nice re-engage by Grove there. 3-man toss Avalanche. They're making it look easy, as expected, right? We kind of knew that South Africa is super strong. Real question though is how are they gonna stop them in game 2? And maybe that's what they're thinking about as well. You know, maybe take some extra time. Oh, goodbye Patch, I think. There's gonna be a lot of damage coming in. Well, actually, they're gonna show mercy. Are they gonna show mercy? Nope. No mercy. Even torture him longer.
They're gonna show him the way to Fountain. As
well, not that he has seen anything else this game.
True, that is true. Although he has had a few, like 3 hook connections, I believe, 2 and 10.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
Nice jump in. Timbersaw does have the Bling Dagger, but he does fall yet again. And now the Overgrowth on top of Latency. Double kill, mech coming in. Namibia is respectfully relentless. Hookshot into Fountain. And it's gonna be the first kill. Still half a life on this Ancient Black. Tips coming in onto Cuckoo, trying to maybe mentally tilt him before going into game 2.
It's gonna be hard to tilt someone that's winning that hard. Oh, and it was next.
1 by 1. This is how you turn it around. That is a huge goal thing, but look at the Requiem coming in at the edge of Fountain, and Adam has to pop the Yule Scepter. Buybacks coming in, but the base will follow to the German attacks and the Eidolons as South Africa makes, well, I don't know
work.
What this is. Quick work? I think that's an insult to quick works. I don't know, like, this was like, it was impressive. It was a statement. It was a statement to prove to us that South Africa is up there from the South African region itself, up to par with Egypt, right? Egypt has done this a few times already on stream, and in their debut match, South Africa wants to replicate the same levels of success, and I would say they've done so more than successfully.
Yeah, it was a shellacking. Pretty one-sided, unfortunately. But again, that's something we kind of expected, right? Like we already saw Madagascar beat Namibia yesterday, and based on that, South Africa's chances of winning were pretty damn high. Didn't expect it to be this way though. Maybe in game 2 they can put up a better fight, maybe even take a map off South Africa, but after this first showing, it's very hard to imagine that. Like, you can see their drafting was really on point too.
Feels like the hope is gone.
Yeah, it kind of does. But no, this is how champions are made, through cruelest of gauntlets, they emerge. So maybe if they can win game 2 somehow, find some weakness in South Africa, there's a decent chance they could take game 3 as well.
Black holes from Soup were pitch perfect, and honestly, I think you have to ban the Enigma next game. They left it to the last pick, which again for us was a bit of a strange decision anyway, that the hero made it that far. And Soup played this exceptionally well, dominating with the Idols, dominating with the Malefice, dominating with the Black Holes, setting them up perfectly multiple times. And yeah, I reckon you gotta ban the Enigma. I don't know why. I think the Dark Willow was banned. Maybe let the Willow be in the pool. She can't really turn it around as hard as the Soup Enigma. And otherwise, what other changes would you like to see? Do you think, is there any draft we could give Namibia after the showing from South Africa that might make you believe they can, well, punish them? Or do you think it will only be a matter of mechanical skill, which is quite hard to obviously generate or gain in 10 minutes?
I think the draft was very playable. It was just really, outplayed. Like mid lane, they got a kill, but in doing so, Pudge abandoned his Timber Saw, which means his lane was completely over at that point. Bot lane was pretty much an auto loss just based on draft. So again, what you really want is you want to win one lane and draw even in one lane, right? It didn't happen. They lost all 3 lanes, and we already said that. You lose all 3 lanes, you can't play Dota. So yeah, they look really lost after the early game, but who wouldn't? Literally every tier 1 team would look the same, because losing 3 lanes in Dota cannot happen.
It was a good start, at least so we thought, with that Pudge hook in mid, but afterwards, Shadowfiend getting the solo kill onto the Lina at level 5. The only lane that was kind of balanced was that one up until that point. So hopefully Namibia will not look too down on themselves and realize that there's still plenty more to play for, especially if they want to put on a little bit of a better show in the second game, as like we said, they are representing their country and they do not want to fall as they have in the previous years. So we're going to send it to a quick break, but we will return with more IESF Dota 2 South African action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the IESF South African qualifiers. I am Waxing, joined by Black, bringing you the second map of this matchup between South Africa and Namibia, the rematch of last year's grand final, this time happening during the group stage. Black and South Africa. We've been wondering how good are they gonna look, and they are looking as good as they, well, I think they're looking better than they've ever had. Is that safe to say?
I mean, it goes in line with the match duration, right? Namibia, first game was like 40-something minutes, then 30, then 20, now, what, 18? So if it follows the same trajectory, this should be 18 or below.
9 minutes?
17, 16, we'll see. No, but seriously, South Africa's drafting, spot on, gameplay. Yeah, okay, they got a little bit overconfident. They were playing with the food a little bit at the end, but can you blame them? Gotta get some spice in there.
Absolutely. And we are now straight into this second draft of the day, and I'm seeing something interesting here. We don't have the drafts lined up for you, but I can take you through what is on screen already, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the Witch Doctor Respect band from South Africa. I think they were impressed with the performance that Namibia had on the Witch Doctor. Sadly, I don't believe the Witch Doctor got to hit his level 6 at that previous game. So maybe they don't want to risk it. They know the power of the Witch Doctor, and they realize, oh, we got lucky with the way we dominated the lanes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they think they got lucky, but they definitely know Witch Doctor is very strong. And it plays against their strengths, right? They love to dominate lanes. Witch Doctor is a very strong lane. They just might want to pick it up, but not interested. Maybe some SF first pick. Let's go.
I mean, Namibia still has a chance to ban it here. The only question
I'm telling you, man, SF is absolute first pick material. 100%. He doesn't really lose against anyone in the mid lane. He can farm super fast if in case he ever loses. He farms even faster if he wins.
Yeah.
He scales insanely well into the middle late game. There's very, very little weaknesses on that hero.
Let's see. Okay, it's gonna be the Enigma ban, right? I did predict that they were gonna ban this out at the end of the first series, and now South Africa will get their hands on the Dark Willow themselves, which is very interesting because I, word by word, quoted this. But I said this. I said, "Don't ban the Dark Willow, ban the Enigma," and that's what Namibia did. South Africa really values this Dark Willow highly, as they do get it first pick.
Well, it is one of the strongest fours, right? Very elusive, good team fighter. Hoodwink. Okay, both teams pick up the fours relatively early. I'd say, though, Dark Willow offers quite a bit more than the Hoodwink. Hoodwink isn't a bad hero, of course. But, yeah, I mean, Dark Willow, huge team fight, old, can solo kill heroes, scales very well into the mid-late game. Decent disables. Tough opponent.
And Hoodwink is one of these heroes that can actually pull some interesting turnarounds with the Bushwhack if you're starting to play from behind in the mid-games portions. You get like the 2-4-1 build, and you latch the Bushwhack onto 3 opponents. You get some other core on top of it with some AoE splash damage, and you can catch them by surprise, as we also see this Hoodwink joined up by the Crystal Maiden.
Interesting support to a very squishy backline. So a hero like Storm is very scary, or Spectre maybe, if they really want to make it work.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We'll see. Ooh, Undying. Okay, yeah. I liked it a lot because I'm not a big fan of having a super fragile backline like CM Hoodwink.
Yep.
Again, it can work, but it's just super risky. If any hero ever gets to that backline, these 2 heroes will just get absolutely destroyed. Now you have an Undying with a Tombstone, good amount of vision. Synergize quite decently with Dark Willow as well. Like you all want to hit the Tombstone, suddenly get terrorized. Ooh, Mars and Dark Willow also ridiculously strong combo. I like the draft, honestly.
Instant response from Namibia, picking up the Juggernaut and the Nature's Prophet. What?
Alright, so they're picking real fast right now.
They're speedrunning this draft.
It could be TA, safe lane, or mid. It's good in both positions, of course. Juggernaut is not that great against Mars Dark Willow, I'd say. It was a very fast pick, as he said. It might potentially backfire for them. We have seen one Nature's Prophet so far on stream. At a very rough game as well.
Black.
And
you know, I've been saying lots of statistics, right? The last game, it was the game where they played all the 4 most picked heroes. Enigma has the highest win rate by far, 57, 58%. Guess which hero has the lowest win rate? It's been picked.
Nature's Prophet.
Yes. This hero has an under 40% winner. He's the only hero in Dota with below 40% win rate currently. And it's not 39. It's 36.8. This hero just doesn't win games. Like you said, we had it 2 days ago on stream, and it just didn't win. It didn't do much. And I don't know if that's the fact that the hero is not in a good place or the people don't really try it out. But you're now 1 game down in the best of 3 series, and you pull out the Nature's Prophet. This is not a good sign for me.
Yeah, and you put it out in the snap pick too. So it's probably comfort, which is a good thing generally. But if your comfort is a hero that doesn't work, you know, it is a problem. Let's see what South Africa ends up being picking here to round out the draft. So it could be TA, mid or safe lane. We know that. I still think Storm Spirit is ridiculously strong here.
Storm for South Africa would be
Primal
unbelievable. Oh, okay.
We haven't seen that in a long time, but it fulfills a similar role as Storm Spirit does. You just kind of go through everything into the back line. Prophet hates playing against you. However, Crystal Maiden is one of the best heroes against you. You have a massive slow and the Frostbite, of course.
10 seconds
that's if the Primal doesn't get on top of you, right?
5 seconds remaining.
And they needed some sort of BKB disable, right? So it's good against Juggernaut. Monkey King against the Primal Beast.
It's gonna be a very equal matchup in theory. I still think the Primal has a slight advantage, despite the Monkey King using the Jingo Mastery to punish that. And I think the reason why we see Primal here and not Storm Spirit Black is the fact that the Storm Spirit does need a bit of time to get those items, so he can go for the the longer jumps. Whereas Primal Beast doesn't really need that. He gets level 4. He's got 1-2-1 build, and he's diving you under the towers without any problem. And South Africa realized, look, guys, we won 18 minutes. Our Storm would shine at minute 25, but are we even gonna get to that point? Let's just try to do our best and punish, the difference of potential skill between us and their opponents.
Yeah, might very well be the case. Primal Beast, of course, ramps up much faster. We'll see. I haven't seen Primal Beast in quite a while, especially in pro games.
Especially with this Monkey King matchup, he could get punished, right? And we got a Crystal Maiden, Hoodwink, even the Nature's Prophet that could come in and TP in with the assist if necessary. So there are catch potentials to set up for kills.
Wait, so just to go through this really quick, it is an offlane Prophet, right? Against the TA Undying. That sounds very hard. Then you have a Juggernaut. Yeah, and then you have a Juggernaut against Dark Willow and Mars. That sounds really hard as well. So they might be losing 2 lanes again, but the mid lane Monkey King, he might be able to do a lot of work in this game. Because the lane is not that easy for Primal Beast.
That was unexpected.
Oh, poor baby.
Let's go. We are underway. Look at that smoke there. It's a second 55 before the game. They're already invading the dire triangle, and they're gonna go for it. This is what I wanted to see. The trample is gonna be on top. Sorry, it's the 1 slot of Lifeline. The Crystal Maiden will fall. We wanted to get it claimed by Soups Mars, but it's gonna be Kaiser with the first blood.
That is a huge amount of gold already going to the TA. Not what you want to have happen, especially if it is Nature's Prophet.
Tips already towards Cuckoo. Maybe he was the one to call that beautiful play that enabled them to start off on the high horses right off the bat.
Let's see the rune split. It should just be a 2-2, probably. but still a decent amount of lead towards the South Africa team. Now let's see how Nature's Prophet does. Maybe he'll surprise us and do really well in the lanes, but I'm
Reluctant to
expecting too
believe
much.
that. Yeah.
The hero is... It's not weak. Like we've seen Sprout. It's a decent heal.
And it's a good nuke. It's a good nuke.
damage. Yeah. But is it really enough? Especially against a hero like TA, who might not even care about the nuke because we got refraction.
We also have this classic combo up top for the side of Namibia, which is great. They've got the Juggernaut Crystal Maiden, right? This is one of the original lane dominators, Frostbite into Blade Fury. And I mean, they could kill this Dark Willow, and we see already a Frostbite coming in on top of Grove. And they're trying to go for it. The damage is flying in. A Blood Grenade would have helped with slowing them down. Fairy Fire and Stick. Blood Grenade turnaround. Soup does get Frostbited though.
Yeah, it's a very fragile lane at top for the Dire. But of course, Dark Willow, until she gets some levels up, she's also pretty fragile herself. And what happened to Prophet? Like his base damage is horrendously low.
I think because that was one of the reasons why he's so strong for a long time. And it's gonna finally be another kill going for Kaiser, as FICO Damage really thought he had a chance of punishing the Undying, but it's in the name Black. It's very hard to kill this man.
Yeah, he was actually just about to die before he got a DK out, which brought him back to 100 plus health. So well played by them once more. I'm going for Kaiser as well, the Blood Grenade, but invisibility is invincibility. Easy melt.
Up top, this Juggernaut has 3 last hits, and now his creeps are under the tower of Soup, so he will continue to have a great lane on this Mars. Grove, kind of contesting the pull there, allowing his Mars to pull the wave under the tower. A couple of missed last hits from this Mars, but he's already had 7 denies, so we see from Adam Star in mid with 6 denies. Grove overstepping, being punished by the expected Frostbite into Blade Fury. Bottom as well. Acre shot. Okay, that was a lot of good damage, and now Pora has to just completely get out of there. FICO Damage will be, well,
ooh,
not so
3
lucky.
HP on him.
He needs to go back to base, I believe. Unless he was brought back a salve, I don't think you can just heal up with Tango here. You're gonna waste so much time. Oh, Crystal Maiden up top, Li-Fi. Getting a bit too close for comfort, and now, oh, the beautiful Shadow Realm to secure the second right-click to claim Blitz's courier. Nice dodge. That was a very good play from Dr. OG with the Mischief, and now with the Jingo Mastery fully stacked. Get him Adam lower and lower. I don't think you want to dive this, though.
Yeah, Primal Beast has a lot of potential to turn things around always. So you need to be very sure that if you want to go aggressively on him, you actually have what it takes to kill him. How's Kaiser looking? He's pretty low himself, but getting a healing self, so should be up to speed, no problem. I like what Namibia did though. Like they made things very simple for themselves, like Juggernaut, CM, even if it's not the best in the meta or the easiest, as we see a mid lane dive actually. Oh, it's not that easy.
Oh, goodness gracious. This Monkey King needs to get out of trouble, and he turns around with a beautiful, fully charged Jingle Master and a double wave of creeps healing himself up. And this game is looking a lot better for Namibia, including the Juggernaut topping the network chart currently.
Steam has to be careful though. She's getting beaten up again. No boots in the master. I don't think he can reach.
But they can reach FICO Damage bottom on the Hoodwink, as this Undying has been such a pain, a thorn in the side of the bot lane with the Tombstone, slowing down the Hoodwink, who doesn't even have a point in Scurry. That's why he does get caught. Also, Wraithband on support Hoodwink as Dr. OG in mid. Nice heal up, tries to turn around, the Juggernaut falls up top, but Dr. OG is playing this Monkey King to the very limit. Very, very good. But Blitz, man, you can't die solo without your CM. You gotta, you gotta go behind the tower and just wait for your support to join up with you.
Yeah, he's having a tough game once more. 18 CS. Barely picked up his boots at least. Ooh, they're going on him again straight away. Half HP. Oh, Grove, of course, there's Shadow Realm. Playing with fire here.
Blitz, one more right click would have done the job, but now the Shadow Realm and the turnaround, the right click from Soup and the long range one. Another kill for the Mars as Li-Fi TP's in. He's not even full HP, but will get speared back. And Soup doesn't want to really jump in before he gets his spells off cooldown. Dark Willow, though, very low in HP, and they do manage to claim the Crystal Maiden in the end. Once again, 7-2.
But still, a Nepo fleet isn't really that big at all. Just 1k, so there's still a lot of Dota to be played. But yeah, we can slowly see, the chinks in the armor of Namibia. Oh, he's diving mid lane. Not level 6 yet. Ooh, careful. Nice.
Mid. Great play. Sidestep. Adam does fall in the end. Dr. OG getting a bit of payback from that game number 1, as he is looking very, very good on this Monkey King, topping the net worth chart. Also 12-9 for him. But again, Black, this is a Monkey King into a melee matchup. He should be dominating.
Yeah, but it's very good that he actually manages to, because the Primal Beast is a big tempo setter for the Radiant side. The fact that he's having a tough game means the mid game should be a little bit slower for them. Well, I say that, but Mars is having a great game himself, so maybe that's not that true.
What is the build-up that you want to see from this Templar Assassin? Do you want to see the classic Dragonlance into Blink Shard, or would you like her to maybe go for a BKB earlier on?
Or I would also see an early Deso. Yeah. Oh, nice. Quelling better than
what? Hasted. Unbelievable. Quelling, but didn't connect to it? Okay.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Maybe he added. Okay, I get it. Adastar was afraid of getting the Jingle Masters were 3 stacks already, so there was a chance to get it again. Look, Dr. OG, nice mischief dodge as the Juggernaut is falling. Kuka, can you die? Yes, he will. Now the turnaround onto Adamstar. Dr. OG is doing a very good job here. One more Jingle Master stack on the Primal Beast to do the job, and he's coming in, but the Pulverize is available and knocking the Doctor into the ground.
That was very close, but he overstayed his welcome a little bit there. He didn't really have to do that. Oh, Blitz here top again. That's gonna be spear follow-up. Bong.
He just died.
More than enough damage to kill him again.
Yeah, TPing back-to-back into back-to-back deaths. TP's in cooldown, not a good look.
Ooh.
Really trying to get out of there.
Coming in, actually making it out alive. Very well done by them. Of course, there's a lot of heroes committed, but you gotta get your Juggernaut back into the game. Oh, no.
We're still Juggernaut. Okay. Happens to the best of us. Grove will fall in the end, but does it really even matter when you sacrifice his support for an carry? And look at Adastar. He's got a shield on the Primal Beast, cutting the trees down, and Onslaught on top of Nature's Prophet. This is it's very similar to what we saw from them in game number 1, but Namibia has a bit of a better showing with Dr. OG. Gonna jump down onto Soup. There's no arena available, but the spear connects, and now the Pulverize 1, 2, 3, and okay, Blood Grenade flying in, throw around a Boundless Strike, but Dr. OG, can you sustain yourself enough in this? One more right click, and he will fall to the Spear of Mars, as FICO Damage tries to get out of there with the Hoodwink without falling as well. There's not enough catch, but the Onslaught will be committed. Brambles as well on FICO Damage. The Sprout trying to keep the Hoodwink alive, and Dark Willow will not have the vision to get the kill, as Li-Fi, on the other hand, won't be as lucky as the Crystal Maiden. Actually, no, he's the Crystal Maiden. As lucky as the Hoodwink, I meant.
You got Arena, not a whole lot you can do as a level 4 CM. Mars is building up to his Blink, 500 gold away, so once that's online, game should get a little bit faster, but now we can... Oh no, Monkey King just died and TP'd back in again. They need to play more together around as a unit. That's where they found the most success this game, and they really just keep doing that.
Dire's top tower
Because the game is kind of crumbling again. Now 5k gold lead. Just 2 minutes ago it was less than 1k.
Minute 10, 14-6. It's looking a bit better than before, but not for this hoodwink who survived a few seconds ago, but I don't think he's going to be as fortunate this time around. No, nice curry into the tree line. Very good, and now they're trying to get the turnaround onto Grove or to Soup. They're both below half HP. The Frostbite connects onto the Undying, but will pop the Tombstone. Cuckoo is going to fall first, but zombies will start coming through. Another Spear of Mars commits, but oh my goodness, FICO damage and Life I Fall, and now Onslaught from the Adestam. Amplified damage on the Nature's Prophet will not do anything. And that was a good start for that skirmish from Namibia.
It was indeed. Temple Assassin, nice TP out on the bot lane as well. Making an easy escape. Namibia really needs probably +1 or 2 every fight they take. Unfortunately, they're always being outnumbered just a little bit. South Africa just faster than them. You know, they're thinking about the next move a little bit quicker, and they're just more prepared. Each and every one of them. Shadow Realm, of course. Dark Willow is pretty much untouchable when it comes to Juggernaut and Monkey King. Ooh, they saw him on the tree.
Nice attempt, tries in mid.
Brutal.
Connecting onto Cuckoo mid as well, Black. They're trying to get something in exchange, but the Monkey gets fallen, and now Blitz will be dying as well. Position 1 and position 2 of the Dire side. It's gonna be rough as we get a double kill for Soup. Yet again, I think like Soup has been using this God's Rebuke so well in this first 12 minutes of the game. It's very impressive stuff from him.
Yeah, he's very comfortable on the Mars. Obviously, also on the Enigma. Just seems to be an overall very decent player.
Absolutely.
Dying, overstepping maybe a little bit. He's very tanky though. Oh, he's baiting him very well.
Or another Spear of Mars into the tower, and it's just a Soup show, ladies and gentlemen. FICO damage tries to sharpshooter herself for reposition, but the Bushwhack will come in. It doesn't matter. Cuckoo claims the kill with yet another beautiful nuke usage at decay. Now Dr. OG gets a bundle strike on 2, needs to get one more Jingu stack, but they are so speedy. Jingu connects. Cuckoo, can he fall? And a Spear of Mars, pitch perfect from the low ground to the high ground to save his support. Cuckoo's still alive, and now the Brambles are there. We're trying to pump pick a terrorized Grove left, right, and center. The Juggernaut will come in alongside the Nature's Prophet, and I think this might be the 2 supports falling terrorized though, keeping the Dark Willow alive. Dr. OG, it's a very spread out fight, but we have FICO damage coming in. Can we land something to slow down? Double Spear of Mars, and now Adestam coming in, has the pulverize if needed, but the Onslaught and the Trample will get another double kill, so it's a 3-4-2 in the end to complete this team fight.
You can really tell that South Africa is having fun with this one. Constantly going back in with like 200 or 300 HP. You know, exploring the limits. And still coming out ahead on these fights. Must be very, very good for them. Now, Kaiser is going for the Desolator. Almost has it, 700 gold away. Mars is just filthy rich, going for the BKB next. Very nice build up there. Blade Mail into, of course, Eternal Shroud. A must-have pickup nowadays on Primal Beast. And we see a smoke into the jungle. Oh, they're seeing the Monkey King again.
Smoked up, pop Tombstone. Pora has TP to his death, most certainly. Nice Bushwhack, allowing the Nature's Prophet to TP out. Okay. That was a very beautiful play from FICO damage, but they really want to get on top of this Crystal Maiden with the Bedlam. You talked about the pairing Black is such a strong one, but the Tombstone does get killed. A little bit of a gold influx for Dr. OG as Adestam gets the double kill, diving the tier 2. Dr. OG turns around 1v4, gets the heals up, but in the end will fall to the unstoppable God Mars himself. 9-1 and 12. Identical scoreline to what he had last game, I believe. I think it was 9-1 and 9, but very, very similar.
He's doing very well for himself, for sure. We should be having a small tiny replay here of the fight again. Yeah. Especially the monkey can get caught on the side, while the hoodwink just gets destroyed by the primal beast. Just overall, they're all over the place, and their targeting seems to be really on point. Like, they're not really overusing any abilities for any... Here they don't have to. And now Blitzy at the Ancients pulverize, probably. Not even. He's not even moving. He knows he's dead.
He wanted to get the final ancient granite golem, but oh, FICO damage, nice juking around the brambles. That was kind of beautiful to see. But again, the onslaught in the back tower, frostbite, and the terrorize doesn't connect quite yet in time. They're really trying to get on top of this primal beast, and they managed to do so with the break. It's going to be a godlike streak taking for Dr. OG, and if they can get away without losing anybody else for Namibia, this might be the first time the gold swings slightly in their favor.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Dr. OG being caught though. He's gonna get focused by every hero. Can he life leash through it?
He's doing his best with the sustain from the Nature's Prophet Sprout, but yeah. Not strong enough, as we have the first Omni Slash, I feel, in this game, getting the kill onto the... Wait, nobody died. What was the Omni Slash onto? Anyway, it doesn't matter, as Blitzy turns around and finally gets a right-click kill onto Grove. Soup still final rare miss of the Spear of Mars with a tip jokingly between the supports and their offlaner.
You say jokingly, but you don't know that.
Yeah, true.
They might be like... What the hell are you doing, man? How did you miss that one? It was a freebie. Nah, I'm sure they know that they're really far ahead once more. Probably having a good time with it. TA is even going for Desolator straight away after that blink. Pure offense. I mean, there's no problems if you just kill all your enemies, right? Oh, Undying, getting mauled a little bit. One more hit. Barely survives again.
This Undying, man, this is unbelievable. A Blitz also gonna be walking into his death. Oh, nice break. The Pulverize will be in cooldown for 25 seconds because of the Bushwhack, and this is still 5 versus 5 as the break is coming through. They're really trying to get something here. They can get the Crystal Maiden, but he's traded for the Dark Willow. This could be a really good fight from Namibia, as we see the Nature's Prophet getting right-clicked to death by both the Undying and the Mars Sprout. Or no, it's not gonna be enough. Blitzy coming in, Bladestorm, but look at Kaiser. We haven't seen the Templar Assassin in a good moment, and now she is here. She has arrived. She's got a Dezo Dragonlance, and she is melting everybody with a triple kill.
Yeah, at least Dr. OG managed to kill the Undying on the backlines, giving him some levels and gold. Yeah, the overall picture of this game is looking pretty bleak. Kaiser is just absolutely filthy rich. And so Soup. His BKB's coming. It's tough. South Africa looks more than prepared for all these qualifiers.
Minute 18. And Namibia doesn't seem to really want to give up. Call the GG, so this will be a longer game. Perfect Spear of Mars there. And look at the Templar Assassin. She is not an assassin. She's an outright cold-blood killer. And now the Mars Arena. Perfect combination. But Dr. OG tries to keep himself alive. And now, good attempt at keeping himself alive with the Omni Slash and dealing some damage, but not sufficient, as this Templar Assassin is in for more. The Orchid does come in, but the Bushwhack will keep her down. Look at the Hoodwink running in the opposite direction of his base to try and keep himself alive. It's a full team wipe and 26 kills advantage for the Radiant.
Yeah, it's a toughie. Hurricane Pike now also being worked on by the TA. As we look through the replay again real quick, nice arena. The whole Omni Slash went onto the bulwark of the Mars, which is less than optimal, of course. And then after that, they can just dive, do whatever they want. Again, the Nature's Prophet as a hero just doesn't really feel impactful. When you compare him to a Mars, just like a night and day. The impact they can have in a team fight. Oh, nice drawing on the map. Grove is like, finish this damn game. Draws a massive arrow towards the bot lane.
We got a Maelstrom on this Juggernaut and a Blade of Alacrity. So, yeah, I'm just updating everybody. Bushwhack connecting on Templar Assassin. She does not have an Aegis, but has another refraction in just a second. Dark Willow getting lower and lower in HP. This Undying is also dying to Pora up top in the dire jungle. And now the Maelstrike crit. 2, 3, 4. And it's going to be enough for Kaiser to get a Wicked Sick as up top lane. The Pulverize on top of Dr. OG will get the kill, and Soup another one on the offlaner. Look at the Crystal Maiden.
Just casually getting one tap, and FICO damage is like, oh, if I don't breathe, they won't know. Oh, they know.
Did they? Oh, what a perfect
trap in
trap.
there.
That was a perfect trap placed. Oh, man.
Ow.
Radiant's
Ow,
middle
ow.
tower is under attack.
Godlike.
Yeah. That looked painful. Well, TA is most certainly doing TA things. Double damage rune up top. See if the Mars is gonna snag it or give it to the TA for a potential Roche.
Dire's bottom
And last game, it didn't even take Roche. It just went straight for the GG. Let's see what they do this game.
Dr. OG seems to want to pop the Wukong's command. I don't know. I don't remember if we've
Kaiser.
seen one yet.
Careful,
Right.
man.
What is going on? Live fight, double right click will do the job, but now the Wukong's command coming through and connecting onto the Templar Assassin, forced us out and the safe from the Tombstone, undying with the shard. Dr. OG really trying to get some work in, but the BKB on the Mars is more than enough to put him up in front and allow it to get something. It's an amplified damage on the Primal Beast and more right clicks on top of Blitz to get Kaiser another triple kill, 14-1 and 4.
Yeah, making it look very similar to game one. Although Namibia is holding on for a little bit longer.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
The result seems all but inevitable at this point. Nature's Prophet getting charged at again as well. Ooh, are they gonna fountain dive? They don't have Mars Arena, so they probably have to wait for that to really, dive the fountain. That's another Rex down. Minute 21.
The Acre shot is so annoying to play against, honestly. Just bouncing and slowing them down when they want to just get closer to the objectives, Black.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have any oomph this game. Ah, damage through the Blade Fury. Now Li-Fi. More like Die-Fi.
Or more like life by.
Sure, it also works. He's
I
gone.
mean, it's just so much better. What do you mean instead of life-fi, life by? Come on.
No, it's not that much better.
Okay, fine. Look at this.
It's okay.
Man.
Yeah. He got melt struck and he disappeared into nothingness. Dr. Oji's like, well, I'm having a good view up here.
Radiant's top tower is under
I mean, he's got front row tickets to this, assertive domination performance. Oh, Wukong's command and Boundless Strike and hopping out and hopping in and is still there, but not for much longer as the damage over time does come.
Look at their health pool. They're playing so cocky. It's insane. I love it though. I love it.
Blitz really wants to get there. Oh, look at Pora. What a play. I don't think it's gonna work out. Orchid coming in just in time, but the Blade Mill and the TP out. Pora, you gotta
he
get
didn't?
out.
Radiant's top
Success.
Oh, he couldn't pulverize him because he was Orchid. Nice play by Grove
Nice.
gets shot in the butt.
Instant
and
buyback.
says, I don't like that. Yeah, he does not like that.
Full team tip. Well, everybody on the server is tipping Grove right now. And Black, can we tip him? Are we in game? Do we have tip access if we are spectators? No, we don't.
No, we don't, unfortunately.
Can you imagine? You just get tipped by the observer.
Wait, Grove is going in again. All by his lonesome. Now his team comes.
Look at the mail strike from the high ground. That was one click, and the second was an unnecessary double kill for a Templar Assassin. This Juggernaut just falls to the Bedlam, and the Mars Soup has another shield rune. FICO damage falls as Kaiser gets, I believe, his 5th triple kill, maybe 6th at this point. He's 18-1 and 20. So, sorry, that is the Mars Soup is 18-1 and 20. The Templar Assassin has a measly 19-1 and 6. 59-16 kill advantage for the South Africans.
Yeah. Coming in with a message.
Radiant's
I hope Madagascar's ready.
Dire's
They're gonna have to be. This looked very, very convincing. And they're not even playing that seriously, South Africa. They're really having a good time
Enjoying
with it.
themselves, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, do you think Madagascar's shaking in their boots?
I think they're shaking. Everything is shaking. Their boots and everything. Look at the arena. The rare Spear of Mars. Soup's just tanking and now taking the Jug outside of the base. Crystal Maiden dies. That was a buyback from the Bleeds. Jug, that's a dieback now. And look at Dr. Uji trying to get something with the Wukong's command. Can he connect onto any target to get at least one more on the board? He's trying to survive. He's trying to turn around. 1 versus 4. He does fall. And it's only gonna be, well, the end of their attempt at qualifying to the World Esports Championships, Black, as Namibia has now fallen in 2 of these games, meaning they are no longer mathematically possible chances for them to qualify.
Yeah, they are out. Now it's between South Africa and Madagascar, which we'll be covering tomorrow. But yeah, it was an unexpected result. Didn't expect it to be that one-sided, to be honest. But yeah, that just happens sometimes in Dota, you know, especially in this patch. It can get very snowbally. It's unfortunate to go out like this. It must, yeah, not feel very great, obviously, but South Africa is just a class in
Above
themselves, you know. Yeah, they're crazy good. Again, I know Grove. He's a good friend of mine. Very high MMR player as well. And you can tell, like, the whole team was feeling themselves. What can we say? Right? Great performance.
Good game, yeah. I mean, I like how we were, personally, since yesterday after seeing Madagascar play, we knew that was going to be the grand final between them and South Africa, and I really hoped they might be a contender, but I gotta say, after looking at the way South Africa completely dismantled Namibia from start to finish in both of these games, Madagascar had some close matchups versus this Namibian squad, so I don't think I'm as confident. Well, I'm definitely not confident at all in it being a close game, but definitely closer than today, at least.
Yeah, it's ought to be. Can't get much more one-sided than it was today. And, you know, Madagascar, they also had a similar performance against Namibia in Game 2, at least, so that's, you know, it is showing the potential that they can keep up with South Africa. But we'll see. A lot will come down to the draft. South Africa's drafting is really spot on, whereas Madagascar's drafting was, you know, it had a little bit of holes here and there. Yeah, only time will tell. Tomorrow's all or nothing.
The problem is, if you are facing South Africa soon, you might want to study some of the tape and be like, oh, they like playing this hero or that hero, and I don't think that's necessarily telling us anything, because, for example, Soup dominated on the Enigma and the Mars alike. You're like, okay, he plays very well. Adestam dominated on this Primal Beast and on the Shadow Fiend, and these are heroes that are played very differently. So this tells us that South Africa, their whole squad is very versatile.
Yeah, I mean, the players are just really high MMR players in general, right? And most of these players would know their role and the current meta heroes very well. They definitely have their own flavor heroes as well. So yeah, hero pool is not going to be an issue for them, which is the same for Egypt. It makes drafting so easy, right? Because they don't have to draft for comfort, because they're more comfortable with more heroes than the enemy team is.
For all of our viewers at home, I would encourage you to stay tuned, as we will be lucky enough and fortunate to speak to one of the winners from the South African squad. And it's gonna be, I'm being told right now it's gonna be Depe. Very interesting, Black. I can't wait to see what they have to tell us about this qualifier and their aims for the rest of this season. As, of course, neither of the players in this team have made it to the other international lands, but they seem in a prime position to make it to the World Esports Championships organized by IESF.